But he drank so much that mid-kiss, he pulled away and threw up on the duvet himself.
Oh, no.
We are back at it, and I decide to go down on him in the shower.
Lovely.
We are both really getting into it, and I can tell he's getting close to finishing when I slip.
No! I know where no!
Welcome back to Delve Deck Stories. Today we have some crazy hookup stories. Our first story is from Liam, and it's what's your worst drug or alcohol experience from the venting deck? Husband and I got so drunk at our party that I nearly dismembered him. Just got real bitey.
Yeah.
Before retiring from the military, my husband had been deployed overseas for months. When he came home, we threw a party and both got fairly drunk. I was extremely horny for him because we hadn't gotten laid for months, so I kept pawing at him all night. Friends finally head out and we go upstairs and start fooling around. But he drank so much that mid-kiss he pulled away and threw up on the duvet himself.
Oh no!
I'm thinking, game over till at least tomorrow.
Boot and rally.
And he's apologizing, but I told him it was okay and we could resume tomorrow. He said, no way, I am still down. Let me just brush my teeth and take a shower. I ask him if he wants help in the shower, and he says, sure. Oh, drunk and shower sex? That's not a good combo. I clean up the bed, throw linens in the wash, and hop into the shower with him. We are back at it, and I decide to go down on him in the shower.
Lovely.
We are both really getting into it, and I can tell he's getting close to finishing when I slip.
No! I know where no!
What did I say?
Are you
What
not
did
on
I
your
say?
knees? I
She
guess your
reaches.
knees.
Oh, she's on her knees, but
That's
she's
a guy, Liam.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Oopsie.
Oh. Either way, it's still the mouth.
And I can tell he's getting close to finishing when I slip, fall, and bite down on his in the process.
Ooh, I'm so glad I don't have a penis, so this doesn't hurt me as much as this probably hurts Gabe to hear, but like this does sound really traumatizing all the same.
Yeah. We both scream. He's bleeding. Mood now totally ruined.
Yeah. Also, from what I understand, maybe because of thin skin, but also you have a lot of blood flow going there at that moment.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit of a bleeder.
Sex definitely over this time. I treat the injury. I'm a nurse, and we give up on sexy time. Hubby wouldn't let me give him another BJ for months after that incident. It was
Okay.
Yeah. He's got teeth
I mean,
marks.
that's
like
true.
if your
It's
dental
probably
records
like
go missing, we'd be
curls.
able to track you down with the teeth in there. I get it. There was a guy who showed up to the ER and he had taken basically 2 Viagra. So he was hard for 8 hours and he had to get it drained. So you're getting a syringe and you're draining the blood to reduce the swelling essentially.
Oh my God. Viagra's confusing. So like after you finish, like you're still hard,
I don't know.
apparently.
That's what they say. I don't know. I've never used it. So, but I know that.
All right. Yeah, bro. Good job. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bruh. I do know that a bunch of podcasters, they will advertise the Blue Chew. It's like another one. It's like a subscription service kind of thing. And I think it's targeting younger men, which I'm like, maybe it's like an ED thing too. But I don't know what it means if like once you're like, I'm done, you know? And then it's like,
I would just,
or you're like, I'm done. And now I'm just like,
and you're like, and it's still
whoa.
just-
Beep, 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 you know?
Wow. The lucky lady.
I feel like you might have to put one of those, you know, when you're driving behind a pickup truck that has like
literally
holes or like lumber and they're like,
Same
let me
thing.
tie on a little ribbon here.
New rule, we can get drunk and we can fool around in the shower, but no fooling around drunk in the shower. Thank goodness he didn't need stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, drunk in the shower doesn't seem like a good combo.
No, especially because like I feel like when you're drunk, you're already more numb. So he probably wasn't even aware how hard he was biting down.
Our next story is from Anonymous, and it's what was your most memorable exchange with a stranger from the deep dive beach ball? He pulled out a Magnum. He did not need a Magnum.
Oh, condom. condom.
You thought gun.
Yeah.
For a moment, I thought it was gun.
I thought chocolate bar. So
I had been going through a hoe phase and was out at a bar with some friends. One of my friends was chatting with this group of guys, and then she dragged one over to me. This is Benjamin. He just got out of a 4-year relationship, and he's never had a one-night stand before. She winked at me and then left. I understood the assignment. Do you use that line on everyone? I flirted. Then he started talking to me about how much his ex sucked and kept telling me that he was really smart and going to get a huge promotion at work soon.
Oh, I don't.
No wonder she broke up with this guy.
Yeah, he's giving himself a really good recommendation.
He's glazing himself, you know?
Yeah.
He also told me that he had been told he was a sex king by a different ex, but that he never had a one-night stand because he was religious, but that he might make an exception for me because he could tell I was a good Christian girl.
He's a fake Christian.
This whole thing is giving me whiplash. Like, this reminds me of, like, I knew this guy once and he would just walk around low-key telling people his body count. Like, it would come up within 2 or 3 minutes of conversation every time. I was like, nobody believes you.
No.
Also, nobody cares. It's weird.
Nobody cares. Yeah. I was like, okay, sure, whatever, dude. He seemed awful, but I still invited him back to my place because I was trying to keep my streak up.
Oh.
Heating
All right,
up
girl.
on fire.
We get there, and he didn't seem to know what he was doing.
Yeah, makes sense.
His kissing was all over the place. He was extremely sweaty. He didn't know how to take off a bra. I decided I needed to speed things up, so I said, I have some condoms if you want me to get one. He goes, I'm way ahead of you, and pulls out a Magnum.
Whenever...
Whoa, he's begging.
I always think of Always Sunny, where Frank drops. He's like, "Oh no, I dropped my Magnum condoms."
Yes, that is a very he's trying to Now, I'm a petite woman and the opposite of a size queen. Something that fits is going to feel way better than whatever this man was advertising. Oh wow, a Magnum, I said. Yeah, scared it won't fit? He grinned at me,
That's not the
sweat
way you go
dripping
about this.
down his face. Ew.
Oh. You think it's gonna fit?
You worried? It's like, do you want to have sex with me?
Yeah, he's like,
don't you
Scared
worry,
it won't fit
princess.
is not hot.
You scared it won't fit.
I
don't
held
get
back
that
my eye roll and told him I wasn't scared. Then he took off his pants, and it was not Magnum at all. Far from it. Which could have been fine, but now this man was trying to slip a Magnum on, and it clearly did not fit. It was hanging off him like an oversized sweater.
And this is him hard?
I guess.
Oh, no.
And he started trying to get inside me. But since the condom didn't fit, he was just mashing it inside of me and off of him.
I'm just imagining what's equivalent to a grocery plastic shopping bag and just being like it won't fit into whatever the cup hole is.
And lubey condoms already are always so weird
Slippery,
and
yeah. I honestly just laid there and watched it happen.
Why? Oh my god.
just disassociates.
Wondering when he might stop trying. I guess you're just sort of like, okay, let's see how this goes for you.
Man, this is just, I'm just imagining dead silence and just squelching as he tries to fight.
Yeah, this is not.
He's like, oh, now it's all dry. Got to get another one.
He goes, sorry, this one's only a medium. She's like, oh, thank God.
But he never stopped. He just sweat profusely and attempted to have sex with me while the condom flopped around and threatened to fall off.
There's no way, dude.
Finally, a bead of sweat dropped from his nose and went directly into my mouth, and I decided I'd had enough.
Oh my God, I can't believe it took you that long.
This is going to be an interesting story.
If I start to hate myself in the moment, that's enough for me to be like, okay,
Hey, we got to stop.
we're going to wrap it up, close down, get out of town.
We tried to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Now we just need to go.
Oof. Oh my gosh.
I showed him the way out and never saw him again. This was actually one of the hookups that made me rethink why I was sleeping with all these idiots anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was about to say, well, I was sleeping with men. And I was like,
Yeah, that too. That too. I'm not here to body shame, but at some point you have to be realistic about what you are working with.
You have to be realistic about what size penis sweater you have.
Like, I wouldn't buy a double D bra for my A cups. Plus, it's really unsafe when the condom doesn't fit. Yeah.
She's like, the last thing I need is a baby from you.
Yeah, from this fucking loser.
He's like, no, in my luck, I would get pregnant on a guy who didn't even penetrate me with a loose condom.
It's the calling himself a sex god.
Our next story is from Anonymous, and it's what's the wildest plot twist you've experienced in real life from the All Swim beach ball? She had a puppet fetish.
That's interesting.
What's going in the puppet, though?
Yeah, I'm wondering if the goal is to be the puppet.
Is there a hand going in you as the
like
puppet?
the whole
Fisting.
hand.
Or are you...
Yeah.
Or are you
Fisting,
going
perhaps.
in the puppet and this is the whole thing?
I was close acquaintances with this girl in college, and halfway through the semester, she asked me to go on a date with her. I was like, hell yeah. I hadn't had a girlfriend in months, had been in a dry spell for nearly a year. Like, this was perfect. We went out to this place she suggested that had good Mexican food, and it was cool because later on, it opened up into a dance floor. We're a few margaritas in at this point, we're dancing, and she's trying to climb me like I'm a tree. I ask if she wants to get out of there. She says yes, but she specifically wants to go to her place. She can barely keep her hands off me as I drive us to her spot, and I'm not complaining. Things seem to be going incredibly well for us here. We make it to her bedroom, clothes are coming off, but something else comes on.
Oh.
She's in the middle of giving me a hand job, which she suggested, mind you, and with my eyes closed, I'm taking it all in. Then she starts talking, but it's not her normal voice. I open my eyes to see that she now has a puppet that looks like a trailer park lady, complete with a cigarette hanging off the bottom puppet lip. I like that detail. And as she's talking, the puppet's mouth is moving. Do you like that?
Oh.
You like when Cynthia gives Big Papa what he needs?
Oh.
But I also wanted to have like a raspy. She's like, you like that?
Yeah, you gotta have
When
raspy
Cynthia
voice.
gives Big Papa what he needs.
But also, it's like trailer park, so like I don't want to assume.
Do
What
it, Gabe.
We got trailer parks all over this country.
I know.
Gabe.
Yeah, a lot in Reno. What are you saying?
Hand job, whichever, and then the other hand is the puppet, or the puppet is giving the hand job.
I think nothing's changed with the hand job.
But the puppet is watching. Lauren, what the I protest. Shh. The puppet is now shushing me with its cloth hand. Lauren isn't here right now. I'm Cynthia. Now lay down.
Is Cynthia at this point hiding her head so it's just the puppet and a loose hand?
No.
Like at the end of the
She's
bed?
under the covers.
Sorry.
Honestly, it felt so good. I just did what she asked. I'm laying back, mind and blood racing when I finish. I'm seeing stars. Lauren is looking down at me. That was fun, yeah? Yeah, it was a little weird, but thanks.
Whoa. Lauren decides to jump back in?
She is
Not the puppet? Not the puppet at
puppet's
all?
done. Puppet
Yeah,
did
No, but the
their
puppet
job.
couldn't.
Puppet
You like that? Like, I want the puppet to jump me like, I hope you like that.
Oh, you want the
welcome,
puppet
Steve.
to
Have a good time.
No, the puppet's one and done. Puppet
Yeah.
doesn't give a shit once
Puppet's
you
like,
finish.
and I'm famished.
She gets all quiet, gesturing with her eyes to something on the nightstand next to me that I eventually look at. Sitting there was a puppet of a man with a huge mustache.
Oh.
Open white baseball tee draping over the arm sleeve of the puppet with a name tag that said Big Papa. It looks like it's my turn for Big Papa to have his way with me, she said, winking. What the I'm sorry.
Is it just a puppet and does it require a hand or is there something else attached to it? Like, is Big Papa going to be doing stuff?
I asked her what she meant, and she intended for me to not only put on the puppet, but then talked to her as Big Papa while my other hand did things. Normally, I wouldn't do this, but seeing as Cynthia had ended my dry spell, I put on the puppet and went to work. It was an awkward rest of the semester only because every time Lauren saw me, she made her hand into a puppet shape and mouthed Big Papa while moving her hand like it was talking. If this ever gets out, I'll deny it, but it happened. This...
It's a weird one.
Is a weird one.
So
okay. Weird one. Our next story is from Isabella, and it's What's Your Not My Proudest Moment story from the venting deck. We accidentally butt dialed his grandma mid-hookup.
Oh, wow. She goes, I called the police. It sounded like you were being attacked.
It sounds like loose gums.
Ew. Ew.
Back in the age of flip phones, I was in high school and had my first boyfriend. We would regularly drive his car somewhere to park and make out with each other. Well, on this fated day, I had climbed on top of him in the front seat and was grinding pretty hard. We hadn't had sex yet, but we were all about dry humping and dirty talk.
The dry
High school is so cool.
The dry humping. Oh, no. Start a fire with that, dude. Come on.
We're moaning loudly, telling each other how we want to be each other's first, and saying all sorts of filthy things about each other's bodies. Then I was like, I want to give you a blowjob. He obviously agreed, so I moved into the passenger seat and leaned down to unbutton his jeans. Then I heard a voice coming from his pocket.
No, 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 no.
Georgie, are you okay? Do I need to call the police? I jumped back and whispered, someone is on your phone. He grabbed it from his pocket, looked horrified, and showed me the name, Grandma. My jaw dropped, and he quickly hung up the phone. I was like, she's going to call the cops if you don't call her back. And he was freaking out, wondering how much she heard.
He's like, but can you still suck my...
Finally, he agreed to call her back and told her if he was okay and that he was just with some friends joking around.
I feel like that's the only way to really approach.
Yeah, we're just like making weird jokes.
And she's like, it's okay if you're like that.
His grandma either bought the lie or decided she didn't want to talk about it because he never heard about it again. But lesson learned, take your phone out of your pocket and put it somewhere safe before doing anything dirty.
And also, who's to say she wasn't like Nancy Reagan, you know, like throat goat, allegedly.
What the f***, Gabe? Like, what?
Nancy
Grandma
Reagan
was like, I could give you a few tips, sweetie, if it's your first time.
Oh, no.
Our next story is from Kelly, and it's What Went Wrong for You Most Recently from the venting deck. A hot guy wanted me to body shame him.
It's like a Dom kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, I think that some people are into that.
Some people are into being demeaned.
Mm-hmm.
I have always been attracted to chubby teddy bear looking men and recently matched with this guy on Tinder who I thought was hot. He had a nice beard, beautiful green eyes, and a cute round belly. Exactly the kind of man I am into. We met up at a bar and have some drinks and play pool, and initially things seemed great until we hit the first red flag. I told him I was getting hungry and said we should order snacks, maybe nachos or fries. When the fries came, he cracked some jokes about being a fat boy and saying it was gross to be eating fries. I kind of laughed it off, but thought it was weird. I would be like, but I'm eating the fries.
Ew, they're not veggie fries as soon as they're in my hand.
What? We hung out until the place closed, and then I invited him over. We made out on my couch for a bit, and I invited him to spend the night. We head into my room, and he goes, "You're going to want to turn the lights off so you don't have to look at me." He said it in kind of a flirting tone, so I told him he didn't need to be shy and that I thought he was hot. Making out continues. I take off his shirt and he goes, Bet you're horrified by my fat rolls, but whispered it into my ear like it was dirty talk.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
You need to go to a dominatrix.
Yeah.
Or somebody who like is like, or inform someone ahead of time. You can't just like sort of be like, you think I'm disgusting, don't you?
No, because I'm not going to catch that this is a kink, and I'm going to be like, let's sit down and talk about self-worth for a second.
Like, what are we
you
doing
can't surprise
here?
me with that.
I told him again that I was into him, and he goes, but I'm just so doughy, like a big tub of lard. Ew.
Lard is not a word that
like
should be
this.
said during
But he
foreplay.
thinks it's hot, and it really felt like he was trying to goad me into insulting him.
He said,
And he's
tell
like,
me
oh my God, that was so mean.
Yeah. She's like,
He goes, what the
plays
dude?
along. She's like, yeah, totally. And he's like, oh my God, you're such a.
He goes, do you mean that? She's like, yeah, I mean it. He goes, okay, seriously? What the
He just starts crying.
He's like, no, I could take it. Call me this name.
I pulled away and asked him what was up. Like, dude, do you want to hook up or not? Do you want me to insult your body? I already said I like it. Why are you doing this? He told me it turns him on when women are mean to him, and he thought maybe I would be into it. I told him that wasn't really my kind of thing, and he looked so disappointed. He started trying to bargain with me and saying, you can just do it a little, just try it. Like maybe call me a nasty pig boy or something.
Just be a little bit mean, please.
Just call me a fat guy.
Try it.
Just call me a little fatty.
You'll
Try
like
it.
it.
Come
Call me a little fat little pig boy. Call me a little fit pig who likes to dig around in the lard and roll in the mud.
Ask me how the piggy eats.
I told him I was definitely not doing that and that this side quest was kind of ruining the mood for me.
Yeah.
Then he accused me of kink shaming him. Dude, we just met 3 hours ago. Feels a bit quick to be hard launching your kink and then pouting when I am not into it. I told him I wasn't feeling it anymore and sent him on his way. Weirdest hookup I've ever had in my life, and he blocked me on Tinder.
He was like, she wouldn't call me fat. Not the
I
one.
feel like Tinder's not the right place for you. This guy, I mean, he should be somewhere that's specific to say like, this is my kink. This is what I want. Match up with someone.
Everyone, if you
that
have
makes
a specific
sense.
kink, go
Yeah.
on Field. Our next story is from Anonymous, and it's what went wrong for you most recently from the venting deck. My fling refused to let me see his bedroom. Dead bodies.
Hoarder?
My best friend and her boyfriend had the bright idea to set me up on a blind date with his best friend. I had gotten out of a pretty bad relationship and was feeling the need to spread my non-committal wings and soar. The night of the date, I get a call that the best friend canceled, but good news, her boyfriend's cousin was up to fill the time slot. I was nervous, drank about 2 glasses of wine, and waited for this guy to pick me up. It's always good to drink a little before a date.
I mean, you gotta, break the ice a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
He arrives in a very fancy sports car. I'm like, oh, he's got money. Convo is good. Wine is feeling great. And he asks if I want to watch a movie with him at his place. I agree, knowing there will be little movie watching, but I'm ready to return to the streets after a long sprint of toxic monogamy. About 25 minutes into the movie, he puts an arm around me, then a hand on my leg, then we're smooching. He asks if I want to take things to the next level. I agree, and he asks if he can blindfold me. At first, I'm like, serial killer alert. Then I'm like, well, several people know I'm with him right now, so if I go missing, it's an easy trail. With that in mind, I agree to be blindfolded. He covers my eyes and leads me into what I can only assume is his room before picking me up and placing me on his bed. The blindfold is enhancing the foreplay experience, and I reach above my head to grab the bed frame, but instead of a frame, I feel smooth metal. Weird, but he grabs my hands and holds them above my head so I can't feel it anymore.
Smooth metal.
Then I end up on my stomach. I'm reaching my hands out again, this time to the side of the bed. She's just like, where the
am I?
I'm reaching my hands out again, this time to the side of the bed where I feel a spherical metal shape again instead of a bed frame. He grabs my hands, pulls them away, still going to town, but not noticing my blindfold coming off.
Okay, sorry. Are they having sex right now, or are they just making out?
No, they're having
sex.
full
Okay.
intercourse. They're
Got it.
fornicating.
As my eyes are uncovered, I now see that it appears I am in a dinosaur-shaped bed, complete
Oh
with the
my
tail
God.
wrapping around to make the smooth headboard I had earlier felt.
Oh.
Was she touching dino eggs?
We're still in the act. He doesn't know my blindfold is uncovering my eyes, and I'm seeing that his entire room is decked out with very juvenile dinosaur decorations. Some even look like they're from Party City, complete with photos of him edited onto dinosaur bodies.
Welcome to
What?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I know. He's like, let me put some mood music on.
He goes, sorry, I don't know how that came on. Unless
like,
you liked it,
weird.
then I can put it back on.
I would love to have it on.
All of a
He's
sudden,
like,
like-
make dinosaur sounds.
Yeah.
Come
he's
on,
like, he's
baby.
like, yeah, he's like, hold on, can I just put on my sound machine? I don't want my neighbors to hear.
I pulled the blindfold back over my eyes and pretended I didn't see anything even after we finished. And he led me back out to the couch with my blindfold still on. I was like, haha, do you not want me seeing anything embarrassing in your room? He says, nah, nothing like that. Just know that it enhances the experience to have some senses dampened. I hooked up with him a few more times, never once seen his room without the blindfold, but I did find his bed online and I was right. He did have money. That bed frame was $5,000.
Oh, wow. Pricey.
You know what else would enhance the experience? Imagining yourself in the Jurassic period.
Yeah, maybe
also
she's
think,
into dinosaurs.
Like
Yeah.
a full-scale volcano. Maybe not full-scale, like a really small volcano, and it has like mist.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it smells like magma.
Our next story is from Liana, and it's what's the creepiest interaction you've had with the stranger from the original deck? He had a Cabbage Patch doll collection.
Hot. That's hot. Men with hobbies, hot.
We got puppets, we got dinosaurs, we got Cabbage Patch
We
dolls.
got it all.
We got it all. I met this guy at a day party in the middle of summer last year, and we immediately hit it off. He was surfer dude hot, chiseled abs, great jawline, literally right out of a Wattpad YA novel from the early days. He even walked over hot coals to get to me, which admittedly was his performance job.
He's on the clock, but I took it personally as if it was just
he's
for
like,
me.
everybody watch me do this, and she's like, she's like, he did it for me.
She's like, oh, I know.
She's like, wow, I can't believe he did that.
I'm
for
having
me.
his babies.
But it was still romantic if you frame it a certain way. The night is going on. I am drunk on Pink Whitney and the ukulele in Train's hit Hey Soul Sister. We start making out, and the cops are flying a helicopter over our party, telling us all to get home as soon as possible. There was a killer out on the loose,
Oh.
and they were
no.
trying to find him.
He's actually from the asylum.
Maybe. I'm like, well, I can't drive. And he's like, fear not, I will drive.
Fear not, milady.
Ew, ew, ew. I
My
was literally
steed
thinking.
has approached.
I was literally thinking in my head, God, if only you said my lady, that's so much worse. And then there you are.
Yes.
So that's how I ended up at his apartment, which was only like 10 minutes away from the last spot. He's showing me this gorgeous 1920s architectural living room complete with balcony. I ask about the one room he didn't take me into. He's dodgy about it and all but pushes me into his bedroom, which had excellent mood lighting, by the way, where he makes me his surfer queen with the way I was riding.
Oh, wow.
All right, Liana. She's into it, and that's,
Yeah.
that's good.
That's good. That's her prerogative.
Afterwards, I'm like, I have to go pee. He's like, cool. I'm like, great. He's like, down the hall to your left. I'm like, thanks. But if I'm being honest, I was kind of zoning out when he told me where to go. So I go down the hall, I push in the right door, and can't find the light. I close the door behind me, feeling along the wall until I find a light switch. But instead of seeing a classic porcelain throne, I was met with a floor-to-ceiling, entirely filled shelf of Cabbage Patch dolls.
Wow.
Are those like valuable?
I don't know. I was just wondering.
I'm sure if they're in good condition, there's always a collector
there's
for
probably
something.
like certain.
Did you ever have any?
I had some Cabbage Patch dolls.
I had a few.
Yeah. I admit I screamed. I had never seen so many Cabbage Patch dolls. Problem is, my scream alerted him of something being wrong. Next thing I know, the door blows open behind me, and he's like, "Who sent you? You need to leave right now."
Whoa.
What?
Who sent you? Maybe they are valuable.
I was like, wait, I still need to pee or I'll get a UTI. Also, it's not that big of a deal. I like boys with hobbies.
Bingo.
He shakes his head. It doesn't matter. No one can know. I have to keep them safe, before literally leading me by my shoulders out the front door and closing it behind me.
Is she clothed at this point?
He's like, you don't get your clothes, you don't get your bag, you don't get you just get a UTI. Leave.
He said, forget this and go.
Screwed this up for yourself.
So I called an Uber home, wasn't going to walk with a serial killer still on the loose. And when I came back the next day to get my car from the party spot, I figured I could stop by and apologize for intruding too hard. But when I got to that guy's apartment, there were movers outside that told me the resident had left this morning and they were finishing the job. I was stunned. Did you guys move the dolls? I asked. What dolls? He questioned. To this day, I still don't know if I was drugged and hallucinated the whole thing or not. Either way, saw a guy's creepy Cabbage Patch doll collection and he left town the next day.
It's almost like those moments in a movie when you're like, I swear to God, they were housed here. This is where they... And then you find like...
There's like one little piece of yarn
Yeah.
and she's like, it's a hair!
Maybe he was in a black market underground ring of Cabbage Patch Kids. Maybe have we considered that?
Anything's possible
We
these
could,
days.
you know, whatever.
With this timeline, anything's possible.
Literally.
Our last story is from Renee, and it's What's Your Not My Proudest Moment story from the venting deck. I got caught hooking up with my ex because my friends threw me a surprise party.
Uh-oh.
In my 20s, I had this ex who was completely toxic, but I couldn't help myself around him. We'd break up, get back together for a few months, have incredible sex, and then he'd break my heart again. I'd always tell my friends that was the last time I was ever falling for his BS ever again, and they'd be like, uh-huh, sure. Finally, once he publicly dumped me at a bar and yelled that he had never loved me and that I was delusional, even though he had quite literally told me he loved me that morning.
Ooh, this is sounding like bipolar type of shit. Borderline personality.
Yeah. My friends had enough. They told me straight up that they were sick of this roller coaster and that I needed to block him and never speak to him again. We're sick of this, was their exact words. Okay, point taken. I feel like once your friends are like, oh, we cannot stand this man or this like partner of yours, like you gotta believe your friends.
Mm-hmm.
I sat with them and blocked him on every app, email, phone, everything we could think of. I was doing pretty well and not thinking about him much, but then it was the week of my birthday. All my friends either had to work or had other plans that weekend, and I was feeling pretty alone. I've never liked my birthday that much and didn't usually do big celebrations, but I didn't want to spend it alone. Well, I was at a gas station filling up my car and feeling sorry for myself, and as if he just had a sixth sense for this sort of thing, my ex was there doing the same thing.
Oh boy, let's pump our gas.
He waved and came over to me, said he'd been trying to reach me for months. He missed me, he was so sorry he said all those things, and that he had been stupid and scared of how much he loved me.
I hate that. You don't miss me.
Everything my stupid heart had hoped for. He wished me a happy birthday and asked if I had plans. I said no. He asked if he could buy me a drink. Just one drink. I won't ask you to do anything else, he said. And unfortunately, I agreed. Well, one drink turned into many more, and eventually he was telling me how he believed we were soulmates.
Oh, give me a break, brother.
God.
Don't believe him. Stay away.
I was swept up with everything and asked him if he wanted to come back to my place. My roommate was working, so there was no risk of her catching me. We got a car and were making out in the back seat. He lifted me into his arms and carried me to my door. Then he pinned me up against the door, making out and hands everywhere. I fumbled with my keys behind my back, got the door open, and pulled him in. And then I hear, "Oh, you have got to be kidding me."
Yep.
This would be, as the friend, you're just like,
I've been waiting for you to get home. I've been tracking your location all day.
I pull away from my ex and see all of my friends standing in my living room. The whole place is decorated with happy birthday balloons. There's a cake, the works. And they all have this look on their face like, girl, what the I was immediately ashamed and told my ex he had to leave. He tried to argue, but one of my friends was like, get the out of here, you weren't invited. Luckily, this probably saved me from going through another round of dating him. My friends gave me some for it, but agreed they should have had a better cover up for the party, so I wouldn't have thought everyone was ditching me. Still super awkward, and definitely not my proudest moment.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all had a toxic ex that your friends hated.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting caught, not fun.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun.
In your own place of living.
Yeah.
With everyone to see in 4K.
Yeah.
You can't even be mad if they're mad.
Yeah.
Because you should be mad.
That is it for Delve Deck Stories. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, you can like, subscribe, and check out some of our other videos. And if you have a story you would like to share with us, you can go to share.delvedeck.com and we might read it on an episode.